Oh, there you go. Yo, guys, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another Booty Boy Wrestling Canon here. Today I'm joined by a very lovely guest. She is. Oh, damn it! I forgot your nickname. I apologize. Please don't. Please don't be mean to me. I'm with Paris Van Dale. How are you doing today?
I'm doing good. How are you?
Doing well. Doing well. I'm fine. I'm glad that we finally get to do this. So
Yes.
it's been like 2 months in the making.
Yeah.
Now, how are you doing during this pandemic still going on? But you've been active with Limitless Wrestling the Road, and I believe I saw you on Chaotic too.
hmm
So, how you been doing?
I've been doing good, trying to stay safe, but still get the opportunity to like train and continue to grow as like a wrestler. How have you been doing?
I've been doing well, just keeping up with the interviews, just trying to stay busy.
Yeah.
Now, the first fun question that I have for you is, you have TikTok. I follow it. You only post one video, and it's just about. And this audio is about three dumb bitches. Um, and it's you and your tag team partner. Your tag team partner Armani. Don't know how to say his last name. And
Chaos.
Chaos. Okay.
Yes.
It looks. It doesn't look that easy to pronounce. It's spelled weird. Um, and Basic Becca. Um, are we ever gonna see the three of you make more TikToks in the future? The fans want to know. I've been getting constant DMs about that.
I'm trying to like kind of keep active with like the rest of my social media. I will be doing more TikToks though. I think TikTok is like a big growing app, so definitely.
Now, what is it that you have against the Scrunchie squad with Basic Becca? You just don't like
Look,
it.
so me and Becca, we used to be great, like besties. But then she kicks me in the face, and my hatred for scrunchies began. Like that's just not okay. She kicks me in the face. I wouldn't do that to a friend.
But then you diss her on social media when she's looking for a missing scrunchie. I forgot what you said, but you're also a what is that word? Not a victim, but you're part of that missing scrunchie case, if I'm correct.
I know, and I don't understand. I told her. Well, I made it clear that I was not taking her scrunchie, but guess I'm the top suspect. I don't know.
Now, what got you into wrestling? Because you are pretty young, if I'm correct. So,
Yeah. So my whole family pretty much loves wrestling. So it was always on in the house. So I was kind of like forced into loving it. I didn't really start like forming like an actual connection and actually loving to watch wrestling until I saw Eddie Guerrero. And then from that moment, that's when I decided like that's what I want to do when I get older.
now, you trained at New England Pro Wrestling Academy in Massachusetts.
Yes.
Um, what's it like to train there? And
Um,
I understood that it was revamped, so it's a whole new facility now than it used to be.
Yes. Training there is amazing. I think, everyone's so supportive of one another, but there's still that like sense of competition where we want to push each other to get better. I think, it's every time I go to class, I have like the best time ever. So, yeah.
Now, what have you been doing before Pro Wrestling Academy opened back up and everything was shut down due to COVID, which was almost a year ago? What did you do to stay busy and stay in wrestling shape? Any home gym workouts? What have you been doing?
Yeah, I definitely did a lot of home workouts just because the gyms were closed and everything. But I watched also a lot of wrestling, whether that was like YouTube matches, the network, or like IWTV, just to keep, you know, that wrestling brain going.
Now, what is it like to have a losing record on the road?
Oh gosh.
I had to ask that question. I apologize, but I had to ask.
Look, um, it's definitely not, things haven't gone the way Armani and I have hoped. Season 3 is just premiered last night. So hopefully we can pick up some wins this season because we haven't had the best luck. We get really close, but then We just can't seem to pick up a win.
Now, both of you guys, and it was in season one, so and I cannot think of the name of your tag team partner, but you faced the Cool Kids, I believe that was their tag team name, of CJ Cruz, and I apologize if I'm really behind. I haven't done one of these interviews in a long time,
It's okay.
so trying to get back into it, it's a little difficult. You Ricky Archer, that was his name. And Basic
Yes.
Becca. It was the three of them versus you and Armani and another Love Doug.
Doug.
That's who it was.
Doug.
You guys fell short again. Um,
I know.
any words on that match?
That one was not our fault. I didn't get pinned. Armani didn't get pinned. It was all Doug. So we technically did not lose that match. It was Doug that costed us that. Bad luck again, you know? That match,
But you were still a part of it though, so it goes on your record.
yeah, unfortunately. That match was super fun. I think the six of us all have really good in-ring chemistry just because we're around each other so much, and that's definitely up there on some of my favorite matches that I've had so far.
Now, Basic Becca used to be best buddies with her. Now you're a rival. She is the current Chaotic Women's Champion. We are going to see a match between you guys.
Definitely, right now I'm just trying to help my best friend Armani, get some wins under his belt. Maybe on season 2 we'll get to see a little bit more of me in action, but I definitely would love to wrestle her for her title and maybe take it, you know?
Now, one of your promos that you made a couple months ago is I actually have it right here next to me on my phone. It's a lesson in fashion, and it was for
Yes.
Basic Becca with your upcoming match against her. Um, what what went into making that promo?
So she kept telling me that I needed to wear scrunchies and that scrunchies were in fashion and all of this. So I was like, listen, I can't, no, absolutely not. So I need to teach her about fashion. And I think what better way than to film a little promo and not only teach her fashion, but everybody else fashion too.
Now, you mentioned that Eddie Guerrero. Once you saw him wrestle, that's when you knew you liked wrestling because you were born into a wrestling family. Um, if you could bring back Eddie Guerrero from the dead, would you replace him as your tag team partner? Replace him instead of Armani?
Listen, that's a
You can
very,
answer it
very
truthfully.
That's a very like tough question. I think Armani is my best friend. So like as much as I love Eddie Guerrero, I don't think I could have or ask for a better tag partner than Armani.
Are we ever to see you come out in a Eddie Guerrero style entrance with with a car or something like that?
Maybe, never say never. I think that would be a really interesting thing.
Now, what made you come up with your? What went into creating your character?
Um So I love just like Mean Girls, like the movie, and Scream Queens and Gossip Girl. I'm also like a big fan of the dynamic Laycool had together in their time with WWE. So I think it's just like a mix of all of those things into one became me.
Now, do you definitely prefer being the heel rather than a face?
Yes, yeah. I think it's a lot more fun to get booed. I love, getting all of that heat.
Now, what are some of your goals in wrestling?
Um, I definitely would love to, go to outside of New England. I am so new, so I think there's a lot of stuff that I have yet to accomplish. I'd like to get on to an actual like limitless like full card show. I'd love to, have more matches in chaotic. Um, Maybe even go over to places like Japan and England and just accomplish whatever I can accomplish. Wrestle anywhere and everywhere.
Now, any titles specifically that you'd like to win first?
I'm looking at that chaotic championship. I think, the women's title like chaotic is my home promotion. So I think, that's something that I strive to do.
Now, over quarantine, it's still happening in some places. I mean, it hasn't been lifted anywhere. Um, so, what has your diet been like over quarantine? A lot of people gain weight, some lose weight. Um, I'm definitely in the middle. So, what's your diet been like over quarantine? I'm trying to stay in shape.
Um my diet hasn't really changed. I don't like I'm a pescatarian, so I don't eat like any like red meat or like chicken or anything like that. I primarily just stick to like fish. So, my diet really
So
hasn't
half
changed.
vegetarian, it sounds like.
Yeah. So my diet hasn't really changed. I kind of just eat what I normally do, maybe have like a few more extra cheat meals here and there, but same old, same
Would you
old.
say would you say that L's are always on your meal list? Because you've been eating a lot of those.
What's that? Sorry, I didn't hear you.
Wait, did it really cut out?
A little bit. I couldn't really understand what you said.
Oh, I said, are a bunch of L's on your menu list? Because that you've been eating those a lot.
Yikes. Hey, what can you do? Win some, you lose some.
But lose some more of.
Yikes.
Now, you know, your tag team group with Armani is the Higher Society. Am I right?
Yes.
Um, what kind of name was created with that?
So that's a question that you would probably have to ask Armandi. We were just texting one day and he was like, "Hey, like we should call ourselves Higher Society." And I was like, "I like that name. I think it fits us because we are very like flashy and flamboyant and all of that. We enjoy the
Bougie.
finer things. Yeah, bougie. Yeah. So he was the one that came up with it. I liked it and that's how the name came to be.
Is there any dream matches that you have?
I would really love for Armani and I to wrestle MSP. That's like a big one for both of us.
And who's taking the dub in that match?
Listen, me and Armani beat the Sea Stars, so maybe
That is true.
we beat the Sea Stars. So next thing we have to do is beat MSP.
Now, what do you think? What does wrestling do for you? For us fans, it takes pretty much everything away. We get to enjoy you guys colliding with another wrestler for how many hours it is. It's fun to watch. You get to beat people legally and not get sued. So what does wrestling do for you? If you don't mind me asking.
Wrestling for me definitely is just like kind of how you talk about how the fans, it's an outlet to like escape things. Not that I'm escaping anything, but like I think, I've met a lot of great people in wrestling who are now have become like some of my best friends. It sucks because there's nothing more that I love to do is perform in front of a crowd. I think that's a big part of why I love wrestling is getting the energy from the fans, which we can't really do with, COVID and everything. But that's a big thing that I love is just getting the reaction from people and getting to, play to the fans and be, this outlandish character.
Now, who are your top three favorite people on the Limitless Wrestling roster for the road, and least favorite? I'm gonna guess for your least favorite two, and tell me if I'm wrong. Love Dog and Basic Becca.
You would be correct. Loved it. Well, no. If you would have asked me this a couple months ago, season 1, Doug would have probably been up there in my favorites. Now, not anymore, Doug's, he's really pushing me and Armani's buttons. But, so yeah, definitely Becca and Doug. I think, favorite people, it's myself and Armani. We are
Top three
each other.
besides yourself. Armani can be there because you had partner. But top three.
Top 3 favorite? Why can't I
Mm-hmm.
include myself?
Because you have to like other people besides yourself.
Armani. Armani, and Armani. Armani is the only person that I need in my life. And then Becca, Doug, and 2-for-1 special, the kids.
And
Those are
you don't
my,
really like those people, like, and you've had the most matches with them.
yeah. Because, they just, no, they don't understand Armani and I. And, just don't like them.
Besides the higher society, who is your favorite tag team at Limitless Wrestling?
Favorite tag team? I'd have to go with either the Sea Stars or MSP. I think they're the 2 top tag teams, not only in just the New England area, but in the world right now. So I'd probably have to say those 2.
Now, about a month ago, there was a picture on Twitter, and it had most of the Limitless Wrestling roster. You were included. It's the game Among Us. There's always that one backstabbing person. If I'm correct, you were either sus or um, you were someone else. I think you were sus. What does that have to say about yourself?
Look, like I told you, I don't understand why I'm the top suspect for stealing this scrunchie. I have better things to do with my time than steal Becca's scrunchie. If I wanted a scrunchie, I could just buy my own scrunchie. I don't need Becca's hand-me-downs. But for whatever reason, everyone thinks it's me. Just because I don't like Becca doesn't mean that I would take her scrunchie. I have no use for it.
What are your top three least favorite things to see about people at shows? Because you're very high class, bougie, as you said. You want things your way. What do you hate when you look at people?
Probably the way they dress. Like I said, I'm an expert in fashion. I think, you're coming to a wrestling show, you should dress nice for the wrestlers. We can dress however we want, but you guys need to step up your fashion game.
So if I show up to a show in sweatpants, that's not allowed. That's
No.
not bougie enough. What if
No.
they're like? What if they're shiny? What
If
is
they're a
jeans
designer, if
sweatpants?
they're a designer brand of sweatpants, maybe I could get with that, but like Gucci or Prada or anything, but just, regular old sweatpants, no.
Now, you mentioned that you, you don't like how we dress, but that's not what you're wearing. It's just a sweatshirt. It looks like pajamas. So what do you have to explain for
This
yourself? That's
this
not designer. That is not designer. So don't even think
how
about
how are you
saying
gonna
that.
tell me I bought this? Do you know how
It
much this
doesn't look like
cost?
designer.
Okay, but this cost $600. This
I
is
think
this
you
is pretty high
misplaced it.
class. What's
I
that?
think you're supposed. I think you misplaced the decimal in that $600. You're supposed to bring it back 2 times, so it's $6.
You know what? This is the disrespect right here. This is what I'm talking about. This is why. This is why I don't like anybody except myself and Armani.
Wow. What about Randy? He's the promoter at Limitless. You don't like him
Randy's
either?
cool. You know what? Randy's cool. I take that. I take that back. Randy is cool.
Make it
Myself,
think.
Armani, and anybody who wants to book Armani and I, you're good. You're good in our books.
Well, as much as I appreciate your time today, I really do. Thank you so much. I like to flip the script before I wrap these interviews up. Is there anything that you would like to ask me on this interview? And man, did this interview go by fast.
It did. You want to talk about my sweatshirt? What are you wearing, sir?
It's my school crew neck sweatshirt, Ludlow High School, and sweatpants.
No, thank you.
Okay, what if I show up in like Nike apparel? Is that designer enough for you?
Maybe we'll have to see how I feel on that day.
Okay. Top 3 favorite brands.
Top
Like
3
that.
favorite brands. Gucci, Fendi, and Prada.
I've only heard of one of those, but okay, and that's Gucci. I've never heard of this thing. Are those at like the flea market? You can find those like the 2 other brands at the flea market.
Listen, do not disrespect Gucci. Armani has some amazing Gucci slides that everyone was trying to steal at the last Limitless tapings. So don't disrespect the brand Gucci.
Sounds like we need to step away from the missing scrunchie case and look into this stealing slippers.
Yeah.
On
See, that's I can understand wanting to steal the Gucci slides because they're just incredible. Like that's peak fashion. But a scrunchies cost like what? Like $2 at like Walmart or Target? Like why?
Not even. It's like $1.50.
Why would I need to steal that?
Dude, I don't even need a scrunchie. I don't find them useful. Like, I don't have long hair. So.
Maybe you stole this. Even though maybe you stole the scrunchie. Did you steal the scrunchie?
My arms, I don't have them on my arms or my wrists. Don't have them in my hair. Nothing in my pocket.
That's very sus. You're very sus.
Oh yeah, you're gonna tell me that. Is there anything that you'd like to promote on this interview?
Follow
Trying
me.
to be friendly here. So.
You can follow me on Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok at the Paris Vandale. Like my Facebook page, which is just Paris Vandale. Make sure to watch Limitless The Road every Wednesday at 7 p.m. on IWTV and Chaotic Reloaded every Thursday, which streams on Twitch at 8 p.m.
Well, thank you for your time. Is there anything that people, well, I can't speak today. Like I said, I apologize because I haven't done one of these in a couple weeks. Is there any other questions that you have for me?
No, just the fashion question. Just the fashion question.
No, just for you, next show, whatever I see you at, I'm gonna wear sweatpants. You're not gonna do a thing about it.
Well, then you won't be seeing me at the show. I will boycott the show.
I'll ask for a live interview. That way you can't escape it.
What if I say no? You can't force me into this interview.
Well, I'll just follow that. Not like a creepy stalker type, but like I'll follow you around with the camera. Like pretend that I'm filming your match, but then like just whisper things in the audio so it sounds like I'm interviewing you.
That's very rude. I don't appreciate that.
Well, you have a very easy voice. It's very squeaky-like. So.
You know what? I think my voice is amazing.
Well, thank you for your time today, Paris Vandale. I really appreciate it. Ladies and gentlemen, thanks for watching. Please remember to like, comment, share, subscribe. Follow her on all our social medias. And I will see you in the next one. Make sure if you ever see her at a show, show up in sweatpants. She really likes sweatpants.
No, but sure.